following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. It's game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
We welcome you into beautiful Young Field today for day one of the North Dakota American Legion State Baseball Tournament. Our first matchup of the day is the number 1 seeded Fargo Post 2 against the number 8 seed Williston Keybirds. Williston defeated Grand Forks by a score of 2-1 in 8 innings to advance for the right to play. Post 2 in today's opening game. We'll have all the games in the state tournament here for you on Magnitude Sports. My name is Riley Swenson. I'll be with you here for these first couple of games today. Post 2 coming in as the 1 seed. They finished up the record of 16-2 in North Dakota State Legion play. Their only losses coming to West Fargo and Mandan. We'll take a look at the bracket here so we can see up in that top left corner. That's our game right now. Post 2 and Williston. Following them today will be Dickinson and Mandan, a 1:30 scheduled start in that 4-5 matchup. Bismarck and Jamestown to start the evening shift, if you will, at 4:30. And then the hometown West Fargo Patriots will take on Post 400 this evening. Scheduled start time for that one at 7:30. Just a brief look at the bracket there. Williston comes into this one 5-13, and like I said, the number 8 seed in North Dakota. We'll take you through the lineups here for both squads. Leading off and playing shortstop for Williston is Alex Bloom. He'll be followed by the first baseman Caden Finders. Batting third and playing third base, Grant Simbulik. Batting fourth, playing left field, Tyler Tomez. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Sawyer Hansen. Batting sixth, Chris Combs, the catcher. Following him will be the center fielder, Derek Lee. After Lee will be the second baseman, Hunter Mapes. And batting ninth will be the right fielder, number 2, Alex Ewert. And on the mound today for Williston will be Ashton Collings. He'll get the nod here for their opening game, trying to upset the number 1 seeded Post 2. And for Post 2, leading off will be the left fielder, Connor Holm, followed by the shortstop, Tommy Simon. Batting third will be the second baseman, Landon Meyer. Cleanup batters, the catcher, Adam Leininger. Batting fifth, playing third base, Dylan Ehrholtz. Batting sixth will be the DH, Will Bachman. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Charlie Kalbrenner. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, Aaron Breitbach. And rounding things out for Post 2 will be the center fielder, Jordan Leininger. On the mound today for Post 2 will be the pitcher, number 4, Elias Harris. So that's how Post 2 will line up for their opening round game here. Just a short trip over for Post 2, and obviously quite a long trek for Williston coming here to the very eastern edge of the state in West Fargo. As we see the umpires and coaches meeting before the first game of the day. Head coach Sean Egge for Williston and Luke Rusted for Post 2, exchanging lineup cards and getting the lowdown from the umpires. It's a crisp 71 degrees today. Some overcast, so not ideal conditions, but I'd say pretty nice for a baseball game today. You don't want it to get too hot out there on that turf, as that tends to be a problem with this artificial surface we're playing on today. As we will be just underway here shortly, we'll take a quick break. as the teams go through their lineups and national anthem. When we come back, we'll be ready for first pitch here on Magnitude Sports.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Now batting, number 5.
Nice seats. $50 though?
Hey, this dude got his seat for only $20 on Game Time.
Whoa.
Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals, so you can get tickets for up to 60% off.
60% off?
Mystical ballpark voice?
Yeah.
That guy freaks me out.
Download Game Time now. Come on, do it.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh, yeah! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
We welcome you back now to Young Field here in West Fargo, North Dakota. Riley Swenson with you here on Magnitude Sports. Lineups and anthem are complete as Post 2 takes the field as they attempt to go the distance here in West Fargo as they're the #1 seed and the favorites to take home the crown. Bismarck also finished the record of 16-2 in the state conference play, but Post 2 held the tiebreaker over them, so that's why they are the 1 seed. We'll see Bismarck later on this evening. They're the #2 seed. Bismarck did beat Post 2 during the season, though. That game was not a conference game, though, so that one didn't count in terms of the state standings. As Elias Harris takes his warm-up pitches here. Not only is it a turf infield, it's also a turf mound. Sometimes you'll see places with a turf infield have a natural agri-lime or dirt mound, but here they've gone with the turf mound, which as a pitcher I honestly preferred because it's going to stay the exact same throughout the whole game. And those agri-lime mounds, if you don't do it the right way, you're going to get a bunch of holes in them. And so that turf mound will hold up throughout this tournament. Another nice thing about this turf field, minimum maintenance needs to be done between the games, so we should be able to stay relatively on schedule this evening. I mean, this morning, I should say. As the shortstop, Alex Bloom, will make his way to the plate. And we are just about underway here in Game 1 of the North Dakota State Tournament here for American Legion Baseball. And the first pitch is high for ball number 1, and we are underway here from Young Field. First pitch at 10:36 this morning as Bloom watches that one sail past his eyes. Second pitch tapped on the ground. The umpire will rule foul off of Bloom's foot. 4-2 in the field. Around the infield at third, Dylan Airholtz, Tommy Simon at shortstop, Landon Meyer playing second, and that's Charlie Kalbrunner over at first base. As the 1-1 pitch comes in, that's going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. And then in the outfield, 4-2, Connor Holm is in left field, Jordan Leininger in center, and Aaron Breitbach out in right field. The 1-2 pitch just a bit outside there. Catcher Adam Leininger set up just a bit outside. Harris hit his spot. Just a bit outside, and that one now inside, running the count full to the Keybirds leadoff batter. That one again, well inside. Check swing there from Bloom. That's going to be tapped back to the backstop, so we'll do it again at 3-2. And Harris deals that one right by him there. Strike 3 to start off the game for Elias Harris. Took a few more pitches than he would have liked, but he gets the K to open things up here. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Caden Finders. Finders will bat from the left side of the plate. And the first pitch to Finders, he swings and it'll be fouled away for strike number 1. Finders will play first base today for Williston, batting in the 2-hole, and the 0-1 pitch to him is just a bit outside, maybe a little high there, and that'll make the count even now at 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch again fouled straight back into the netting. That'll run the count now 1-2. Harris doing a nice job getting ahead of hitters here early on. He ran the count full with Bloom, and he'll try and take care of Finders here. Finders sends that one into center field, and Leininger's there in center, and he'll make the catch. Well struck there by Caden Finders. That'll be a fly out to center field. And quickly now there are 2 outs in the top half of the first. Stepping in for Williston will be the third baseman, Grant Cymbaluk. And the first pitch to him will be roped into left field. That's the first hit of the ball game for Grant Cymbaluk. He lines that one into left field. Now a 2-out base runner for the Keybirds as Tyler Thomas steps to the plate. Thomas will play left field today. He wears the number 13. The Keybirds will see if they can get a 2-out rally going here. Both of the last 2 batters for Williston swinging on the first pitch, both Finders and Cymbaluk. Finders also hit the ball well, just unfortunately right at the center fielder for him, but Cymbaluk able to come up with a hit there. And the first pitch of Thomas will be just a bit high for ball number 1. Cymbaluk with a short lead off of first. Harris working out of the stretch for the first time today. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Back-to-back breaking balls there from Harris. Cymbaluk gets his lead off of first. Harris gives him a check. Another breaking ball again. That's just a bit high. I'll make the count now 2-1. 2 outs here at top of inning number 1. Just 1 hit on the board for Williston. That's their lone base runner this inning. As post 2 tries to get out of here and come to bat for the first time. 2-1 pitch just a bit high there. And I'll run the count now to 3-1. Sawyer Hansen, the designated hitter, waits on deck for Williston. Blows it by Thomas there. That'll make the count now 3-2. Simblick will be on the move from first. And we'll see if Harris maybe gives him a look, try to catch him moving on the first movement from the pitcher. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, top of inning number 1. In game number 1 here of the North Dakota State Tournament. That pitch just a bit outside, and Thomas will work the walk. And so now it'll be 2 on for Sawyer Hansen as he bats here with 2 outs in top of inning number 1. Adam Leininger calls time. He'll go out and talk to his pitcher, Elias Harris. Harris has been a little all over the zone today. And we'll see if Leininger's just trying to calm him down early on here. He does have the 2 outs, so just needs 1 more here. Get out of this jam and get his team to bat in the bottom of the first. But Sawyer Hansen steps in for Williston, and he's going to try and extend this inning, I should say. The first pitch is blown by him for a strike, and try and get his team an early lead here in the top of the first. Simblick on second now. Thomas on first. Hansen at the plate. Hansen batting from the left side, and Harris delivers the 0-1, and now it's 0-2. Williston coming in as the 8th seed, almost playing with house money in a sense. No one really expects them to get this done today, but I'm sure those guys in that dugout think they can do it, and boy, could they use a hit right here, get on that scoreboard early and feel real good. But Elias Harris has other ideas. That's going to be a strikeout on the board. Catches Hansen looking. That'll wrap things up here in the top of the first. And on the Essentia Health scoreboard, it's Williston 0, Post 2 nothing. And they will come to bat here in the bottom half of the first when we return on Magnitude Sports.
It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
We welcome you back to Young Field here in West Fargo. Riley Swenson with you here on Magnitude Sports. Williston with a threat in the top half of the first. 2 out single and then a walk, but nothing doing there as Harris closed the door, and it'll be Connor Holm leading things off here in the bottom of the first. 4 post 2 will be Holm, Simon, and Meyer due up here. As we thank a few of our sponsors for today's game: Essentia Health Network Center in Fargo, and mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. It will be Ashton Collings on the mound for Williston. The first pitch for him is in there for a strike on the outside corner. As Collings will try and get settled in today against a tough post 2 lineup. Collings has good stuff on the bump. Number 1 guy for Williston going today, trying to shut down the post 2 lineup. And the second pitch in there for ball. Evens up the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch just barely outside there. That'll make the count now 2-1. Connor Holm batting from the left side of the plate. Leading things off for post 2. That one runs inside, and Holm gets out of the way, and that'll make the count now 3-1. And Collings tries to settle down and avoid the leadoff walk. A 3-1, barely outside again there, and so Holm will do his job in the leadoff spot and work himself aboard on a 5-pitch walk, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Tommy Simon. Simon is committed to play his college ball at the University of Nebraska. He plays shortstop for Post 2. He's a solid ball player, batting in the 2-hole today. And as Holm gets his lead off first and Collins looks in, that'll be lofted into shallow center field. That's going to drop in there for a base hit. Lee got a tough read on it. That's going to drop in there for a single. And already Post 2 with a threat here in the bottom of the first as Landon Meyer will come to the plate. He's the second baseman wearing number 2. So a walk and a little bloop single into center. Puts Holm and Simon on base. Collins working in early trouble here in the first inning. I'm sure he'd love to get a ground ball, roll up a double play before Adam Leininger comes to the plate in the heart of this Post 2 lineup. First pitch, that'll be a bunt drop down. They'll throw it to third, but Holm will be in there. No one covering first on that play, only play to third. That'll be a bunt single there for Meyer as everyone moves up one base. And so Adam Leininger will step to the dish now. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Batting for Post 2, the catcher, number 7, Adam Leininger.
Collins will go from the wind now with the bases loaded. Runners can't go anywhere. Now that one's sent on the ground over to second base. Mapes makes the play. He'll throw on to first, but on the play, Holm will trot in for the first run of today's ball game. Leininger with the 4-3 ground out. But he will take the RBI. That'll bring up Dylan Erholtz. Simon on third, Meyer on second. Dylan Erholtz steps to the dish. A couple runners in scoring position and just one out here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch to Erholtz, breaks in there for strike number 1. Dylan is a super senior on this Post 2 team, plays his college ball at Concordia over in Moorhead. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, another breaking ball, and that'll quickly move the count now to 0-2. Collins gets back on the mound, keeping his defense involved, working quick here in the first inning. That one will go behind Erholtz, actually. That'll make the count now 1-2. Collins still ahead in the count now, though, after that wild pitch behind Erholtz back. And another 1-2 is in there, and Erholtz sends that one out to left field. And that's going to get over Thomas' head out there in left. That's going to bounce over the wall. It'll be a ground rule double, 2 RBIs for Dylan Erholtz. And Post 2 is cooking here early as they try to make a statement being the number 1 seed. They take advantage here. They'll have a walk and a couple of singles, and now after the ground out RBI, Erholtz will put that one over the left field wall on a hop, making the score now 3-0 quickly here in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Will Bachman is fouled away. Bachman, the designated hitter today. Erholtz leads off second. And Collins on the mound. Just trying to get out of here with as much, or I should say as little damage as he can control here. And try and work out of this first inning, and for his sake, hopefully just those 3 runs on the board. But Erholtz still on second. The 0-2 pitch now to Bachman from Collins. That's going to be another breaker. That's going to be fouled away back over the grandstand here. Still 0-2 to Will Bachman. Dylan Erholtz on second after his RBI double. That one will be sent out to center field. Bloom and Lee both going out to center. It will be Bloom on the catch. Nice play there by the Keybirds shortstop. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Charlie Kalbrenner will step up now with 2 outs. Still a man in scoring position. Post 2 tries to add to this early 3-0 lead. First pitch for Collins, that's going to run inside, and that's going to catch Kalbrenner there on the inside of the stomach, and that's going to be hit by a pitch, and he'll make his way down to first base the hard way. That'll bring in the right fielder, Aaron Breitbach. Breitbach, the 8th post 2 player to bat here in the first. And if you're post 2 as the number 1 seed, this is exactly what you want to come out and do. Williston had a threat in the top of the first, but you shut them down. Come out and get on the board early, and first pitch will be a strike there to Breitbach. For Williston, if they're able just to get out of here, just surrender the 3 runs, get back in and just chip away at this lead. That's all you got to do if you're for the visiting Keybirds in this one. And the 0-1 pitch is just a bit inside there, evening up the count at 1-1. 2 outs here. Bottom half of the first, 3 runs in already in the inning for post 2. Breitbach trying to add to that with Ehrholtz on second. And the breaker again on the inside corner there. And Collins will not get the call, moving the count to 2-1. Two-one outside, and that will make the count now 3-1. Collins will come set, and the 3-1 pitch is just a bit high there, and that'll be a walk, and that's going to load up the bases for the second time in the inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, Jordan Leininger. So Leininger will bat here with 2 outs and the bases loaded, and he has a chance to really break this one open in the first inning. Chance for a couple more RBIs out there for the post 2 center fielder. First pitch to him was a breaking ball down in the turf. A nice block by Combs behind the plate there. As Collins works from the windup again, that'll be sent up the middle. Nice play there by Bloom. He'll get down to a knee, but Leininger will beat that one out. So it's an infield single for Jordan Leininger and an RBI. Everyone moves up just 1 base, and Ehrholtz will come in to score. And so Connor Holm will come to bat for the second time in the inning. He reached by way of walk in his first at bat. And he'll line that one into center field. 1 run in, another run comes in to score, and it'll be a 2 RBI single for Connor Holm. Kalbrenner and Breitbach both scoring on the play. Jordan Leininger makes his way all the way up to third. And post 2 is really pouring it on now. Assistant coach Bailey Betke out to talk to Collins and get him settled down. This is not really, I'm sure, what Williston had envisioned here in the first inning, but nothing they can do about it now. Post 2 has been aggressive at the dish. It seems like every batter, if Collins is throwing in the zone, they're swinging on the first couple of pitches, trying to make something happen early in the counts. It hasn't been any necessarily mistakes from Williston. It's just been post 2 has been aggressive at the dish, and they've been hitting the ball hard to places where the Keybirds don't have guys. So Tommy Simon will step in. His second at bat here the first inning. He singled on a little blooper into center field with his first trip to the plate. Holm leads off first. Jordan Leininger on third. The post 2 shortstop at the plate. First pitch just misses there from Collins. He's asking if that was below the zone. I think that is where that one missed at. Collins would like to have that one, but the count 1-0 nonetheless. 1-0 pitch, another breaking ball. That's going to miss high, moving the count now to 2-0. Simon looks down at third. Head coach Luke Rusted gives the sign. Post 2 actually uses a number system for their signs. All the players wear a little wristband with numbered codes on them that tell them what play is on. And Simon will line one down the left field line. It's going to be just foul there. That'll make the count now 2-1. A few more sponsors of today's game: the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, Dickinson, and Williston, Runnings, and Buffalo Wild Wings. So a thank you to those sponsors today. As Collins comes set now to deliver the 2-1. Holmes off of first. He will slide down into second. That's going to skip into center field off of Holm, I believe. And so Leininger will come in to score. I think there was some miscommunication there at second base, whether they were going to cut the ball off there. Mapes was in on the infield grass, well, I should say, just the green part of the infield turf. Bloom was covering second. Neither of them were able to catch the ball, but so a run will score. I think Holmes is going to be safe anyway. But Leininger will come in and score, making the score now 7-0. The pitch was a strike, so now it's 2-2 to Simon. That pitch is going to be just outside. A nice block behind the dish there by Combs. That'll run the count now full at 3-2. Holm leads off second. Simon at the plate as Collins tries to get out of this first inning here. That's going to be down low. He's going to miss. Holm comes off second there to throw back to second, and Holm is thrown out by Combs at second. A nice play there by the catcher. Combs to toss out Holm at second. But before that happens, Post 2 able to put 7 runs on the board, and what they might call a picture-perfect first inning, getting on the board early. And on the Essentia Health scoreboard, it's Williston 0, Post 2 7, and we'll be back right here on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford truck giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today, and thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
We welcome you back to Young Field here, top half of inning number 2. Williston comes to bat. It'll be 6-7-8. Chris Combs will lead off for Williston, and strike number 1 poured in there from Elias Harris, breaking ball on the inside corner. Combs, Lee, and Mapes here due up for the Keybirds. They try to bounce back from that 7-run first inning. That'll be sent on the ground foul. I'll make the count now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch just a bit outside there. Good waste there from Elias Harris. That'll be outside now. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Williston catcher. That ball in the dirt. I'll get away from Leininger, and I'll make the count now 2-2. Combs was the man who had that nice play at the end of the bottom of the first. Threw it behind Connor Holm at second. Tossed him out to end the bleeding. They'll try and start off with a hit here in the top half of the second. That'll be lofted into center field. Jordan Leininger settles underneath it. That'll be out number 1 here of inning number 2. Derek Lee will now come to the dish for Williston. Lee playing center field today. He'll bat from the right side of the plate. Hitting in the 7-hole today. Wind blowing slightly out to right center field. We'll see if that plays an impact at all on some fly balls today. First pitch just barely outside there. Make the count now 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is in on the outside corner, evening up the count at 1-1. 1-1 is the count with one out here. Top of inning number 2. Post 2 leads 7-0. And there's a swing and a miss there from Lee, and that'll make the count now 1-2. Harris tries to get into a groove up there on the mound. He's been one of Post 2's top guys all season. He's trying to start them off with a win here in the postseason. Check swing there. Umpire down at first base will say he did not go. So that'll make the count now 2-2. Harris's teammates did a nice job setting him up. He has a nice 7-run cushion now to work with, and I think he'll take that any day of the week. If you told him that he'd put up a 0 in the top half and his guys would go in the bottom half and get him 7, I think Harris would be pretty pleased with that. The 2-2 pitch was fouled away, and so we'll do it again now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Derek Lee. That ball fouled right back into the netting, and so we'll do it again at 2-2. 2-2 just barely outside on a breaking ball. The winner of this will take on the winner of our next game between Dickinson and Mandan. 3-2 pitch fouled away, and so we'll do it again at 3-2. Harris having to work for every out he's got today, and no different in this at-bat to Derek Lee. The 3-2 pitch lined up the middle. Nice solid base hit there for Derek Lee as Leininger will trap that one out in center, but it's a 1-out single for Lee. Now bring up the second baseman, Hunter Mapes. Keybirds have been doing a nice job here in their first couple innings at the plate, working some counts, hitting the ball hard for the most part. We'll see if they're able to chip away at that 7-run deficit they've dug themselves. First pitch is down low and outside, and ball number 1 to Hunter Mapes. A few more sponsors of today's game: Sweet Shots in Fargo, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, and the Knickerbocker in Hickson. Thank you to those sponsors for their continued support of Magnitude Sports and American Legion Baseball. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Fastball on the outside corner. Mapes, another right-handed batter for Williston. That pitch will be swung on and missed. Excuse me, swung on and tapped to the side. It was a foul ball there, making the count now 1-2. One out here, top half of inning number 2. As Mapes calls time. We're now set for the 1-2 pitch now. Breaking ball will be tapped again. Foul. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Harris will come set, take a look over at Lee at first base, and that fastball well high. We've seen Harris miss a couple times on those high fastballs, trying to put it up near the letters or the eyes and get a swing and a miss, but not going to fool many batters there with a pitch that high. Pretty easy to lay off there, as Mapes did. Make it the count now 2-2. 2-2 pitch again, misses high. Leininger takes a look over at first, but Lee's back in safe, and that'll run the count now full at 3-2. Harris again working deep into the count. A 3-2 pitch, he throws it by Mapes there, and that'll be the second strikeout of the ball game for Elias Harris, and a second out there top half of inning number 2, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Alex Ewert. Ewert is the 9 batter in the Keybirds lineup today, playing right field. So on deck waits the top of the order in the shortstop, Alex Bloom, and Ewert will do his best to turn it over. See if they can maybe get a 2-out rally going here as Lee dives back in safe at first. Just a quick look there from Harris. Harris thinking maybe Lee's going to try and get himself into scoring position here with 2 outs. Another look over at first, and Lee's back in safe. Long pause there from Harris, and the first pitch to Ewert is up high, and that'll miss for ball number 1. Decent sized lead from Lee over at first, and the 1-0 pitch will be lofted into short right field. Meyer there to make the play. Now wrap things up here in the top half of the second. On the Essentia Health scoreboard, it's Williston 0. Post 2-0. We'll be right back here. Excuse me, Williston 0, post 2-7. We'll be right back here on Magnitude Sports after this short break.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! Yeah! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball.
Welcome you back now, bottom of inning number 2. Landon Meyer at the plate for post 2. First pitch to him was a strike. Now the second pitch fouled away, running the count now to 0-2 very quickly here. Ashton Calling still on the mound for Williston. He'll try to have a better second than the first. On the 0-2 pitch, lofted out to right field. Ewert right there to make the play. And so that'll be the first out here in the bottom half of the second. Post 2 sent 11 men to the plate in the first inning, getting those 7 runs. Would have been 12 men, but Connor Holm was tossed out at second before the batter who just got out, Landon Meyer, could make his way to the plate after the Tommy Simon walk. The first pitch now to Adam Leininger. He just barely outside. Leininger sends a deep fly ball out to right field. Ewert will go back to the warning track, and he'll make the catch, or did he not make the catch? Unsure still. Leininger still running to third, and they will say he did indeed make the catch. And so a deep fly out there from Adam Leininger. A nice play there from Ewert in right field. I say warning track because used to having a warning track. There is no warning track here at West Fargo, but I believe if there was a warning track, that fly ball would have been caught on it. And so the long fly out will bring in the third baseman, Dylan Erholtz. First pitch to him will be in for a strike. Erholtz had a 2 RBI ground rule double in his first plate appearance. And so he'll try and have a repeat performance of that, and that ball will be sent on the ground to third base, scooped up by Simbaluk there. And that's a clean bottom half of the second. Nice bounce back there from Collings. And after 2 innings complete on the Essentia Health scoreboard, it's Williston 0, Post 2 7. We'll be right back after this short break.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! Yeah! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
We welcome you back now on Magnitude Sports to Young Field here in West Fargo. I'm Riley Swenson with you. As Post 2 and Williston square off here in game number 1 of the North Dakota American Legion State Baseball Tournament. It's Post 2 leads 7-0 here. The top half of the third will be Alex Bloom leading off in his second at-bat of the day. He struck out in his first at-bat, so last thing I said Harris had 2 strikeouts. He actually has 3. I misspoke there. And that ball will be sent deep into left center field, and Holmes not going to catch that one. That's going to get down out by the ivy. Bloom will try and make his way into second. He slides in. He's in there with a leadoff double. After a tough start for Williston, Collings did a nice job bouncing back there in the bottom half of the second. I mean, you can't do it much better than that. Tough to go back out on the mound after giving up 7 in the first, but he went out 3 up, 3 down, going through the heart of the order, 3-4-5 for Post 2. Now Bloom starts off the top of the third with a loud double into left center field over the head of Connor Holm off the ivy out there, and that'll bring up Caden Finders, the first baseman. He flew out to center his first time up. And a pickoff back to second. Bloom's in there safe. You'll see Post 2 do that quite often. They are active with their pickoff moves, especially to second. They have a variety of plays they'll run. So you always got to be on your toes when you're facing off against Luke Rusted's team. And that ball will be sent into left field. Connor Holm will be able to catch this one. Plenty of room out there in left field for him. So a couple of flyouts for Finders, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Grant Simbulik. Simbulik got the first hit of today's ball game with a loud single into left field. Lined it right through the 5-6 hole there between third and short. He'll have a chance now to bat with a runner in scoring position as the Keybirds try to get on the board here in the third. First pitch from Harris to Simbulik is in there, breaking ball in the outside corner. It was a fastball that Simbulik connected on last at-bat, so Harris says, I'm not going to give you another one of those. And he'll drop that first one in there for a strike. That's a breaking ball again, sent out to left field. Connor Holm there to make the play, so a couple of flyouts to left. Quickly now there's 2 outs, and the cleanup batter, Tyler Tomez, will come to the plate. Tomez worked a walk back in the first inning.
Left fielder number 13, Tyler Tomez.
He'll try to knock in Bloom after he hit that leadoff double. Next 2 batters unable to move him anywhere. And so we'll see if Tomez is able to pick up his teammates and pick up an RBI here in the second. First pitch is a little upstairs there for a ball. Making the count now 1-0. Two outs here, top half inning number 3. And the 1-0 pitch sent into right field. Breitbach moves over to his left, and he'll make the play down the right field line there. So after the leadoff double, nothing doing for Williston. And on the Essentia Health scoreboard, it's Williston 0, Post 2 7. And we'll be right back here on Magnitude Sports after this short break.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! Yeah! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Bottom half of inning number 3 here in West Fargo. Playing ball today at Young Field. And Will Bachman will lead off the bottom of the third for Post 2. He's the designated hitter. And that one will be just barely inside their breaking ball there from Ashton Collings. I'll make the count now 1-0. The 1-0 pitch outside, moving the count to 2-0. Bachman popped out to the shortstop. Bloom in the first inning in short center field. And the 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike, making the count now 2-1. See how long Williston rides out Collings here. Facing that 7-0 deficit. If you are to lose this first game, you have to win quite a few in a row, and that will be popped into short center field. And it will be the right fielder, Ewart, actually, and he will be unable to make the catch. He called it real late there. That's going to drop into right field, so Bachman will reach on the air. Now will bring up Charlie Kalbrenner, but like I was saying, if you lose this first one, you have a long way to go in that loser's bracket if you want to come around and win the whole thing. So you got to save pitching somehow, so maybe we'll see if Williston just rides out their top guy, Collings. He's been their guy throughout the whole season, so after a tough first inning, he was able to come back in the second. We'll see if he's able just to settle in now. That one's sent up the middle, and that'll be a base hit for Kalbrenner. So the first 2 men are aboard here in the bottom of the third for Post 2 as they look to add to that 7-0 lead. It'll be Aaron Breitbach stepping to the plate. Breitbach reached on a walk and scored in his first plate appearance. As he'll take a look down at the sign, or the number rather, given from Coach Luke Rusted. Collings takes a look at second base. And Breitbach will square around for the bunt. He'll drop that one down, and there's no one at first base, so Breitbach is going to reach. Some miscommunication there from Williston. And so Breitbach will be given the single there on the bunt. As now Coach Bailey Betke will make his way back to the mound. We saw back in the first inning, Landon Meyer squared around for a bunt, and the same thing happened there as no one covered first base. And on that particular occasion, Collings picked it up and threw it to third, so it didn't matter that no one was covering first, but that time it comes back to bite him. And so now the bases will be loaded for the Post 2 center fielder, Jordan Leininger. Yeah, I think this talk right now from Coach Betke is not so much a talk of X's and O's, more just a talk of, hey, we know what the situation is. Haven't played our best ball yet, but we still got to go out there and try and make some plays here, help our pitcher out, and see what we can do here. We've been hitting the ball well, So unable to score so far. We'll see if Williston's able maybe to get a ground ball here and get a 2-for-1 on a double play. But Jordan Leininger will step to the plate. He singled back in the first. He also came around to score part of that 7-run inning for post 2. And now he'll bat with the bases loaded. First pitch to Leininger inside. Nice play there by Combs behind the plate. The 1-0 pitch will be lofted into right field. Should be deep enough to score a run as Ewert will make the play out there. Both runners on second and third will tag. Run comes in to score as Bachman will make it in. That'll be a sac fly and an RBI for Jordan Leininger, and that'll be the first out here as Kalbrenner makes his way up to third, and that'll bring in the left fielder Connor Holm. Holm had an active top half of the third, had to run back to the ivy out there in left center and pick it up and throw it in after the Bloom double, and then the next two came to him out there in left field, and he made the catch. Holm is reached by way of walk and then had an RBI single again in the first, and his 2 at-bats in the first. The first pitch to him now is in there for a strike. Runners on first and third for post 2. Connor Holm at the dish. That'll be sent into right field. That's going to get down. Another base hit for Connor Holm as Breitbach will round second and make his way up to third. So another RBI single there as Kalbrenner comes in to score on the play. Holm is 2 for 2 now with a walk and a run scored. He's putting together a nice day for himself. So now 2 runs have scored in the home half, the third for post 2, as Tommy Simon will make his way to the plate. Simon has singled and walked in his first 2 plate appearances. Of course, on that walk back in the first, his buddy Connor Holm was picked off at second, so he never actually made his way down to first base. And he'll bat with 1 out here and runners on the corners. That ball popped up near the Williston dugout, and Finders will not have a play just over the dugout there and out of play. So we've talked about the strategy a little bit from Williston on their pitching end, riding out Collings here. On the other hand, a pickoff attempt to first. There's Holmes back in safe. But on the other hand, for post 2, they're going to do everything they can to win this game by the 10-run rule, now up 9-0, and save themselves some arms. If they're able to keep Harris under, keep Harris's pitch count low, save him, hopefully for them, later in the tournament. He's been fairly sharp this afternoon as the 0-1 pitch was fouled back, making the count now 0-2. But the number 1 seed, oftentimes, that's exactly what you want to do, is get a lead early and hold on to that lead and shorten these games up in the earlier part of the tournament if you're able to do so. Obviously, the name of the game is just to win here in the playoffs. That ball will be sent down the right field line, but if you're able to win and win convincingly and save yourself some pitching, that's always a bonus. A little more strategy goes into these playoff games compared to just your run-of-the-mill regular season doubleheader. Holm takes off from first, up and in to Simon. Holm will slide into second. He will be safe. Throw was on the money there from Combs, but Holm just a little bit too fast. And so now 2 runners in scoring position for the post 2 shortstop. Keybirds will bring the infield in. Collings from the full wind. And Simon lofts that one into center. Derek Lee has a read on it. Should be deep enough to score another run. And both runners will tag. Holm will hold up and stay at second. But Breitbach is in from third. A sacrifice fly and an RBI for the 3rd run of the inning from Tommy Simon. 2 outs now. Bottom half, the third, and Landon Meyer will come to the plate with a runner still in scoring position. Post 2 now leading 10-0. So if the score holds as it is now, we'll be done after 4.5. If Post 2 is able to keep Williston at 0. First pitch to Meyer is outside. The 1-0 pitch on the inside corner for a strike, making the count now 1-1. Adam Leininger waits on deck. He hit a deep fly ball to right center last time up. Had nothing to show for it. That ball sent into center field. Lee back, and he will not make the catch. That's going to get down out there in center field. It will be an RBI double there for Landon Meyer. As Connor Holm comes around to score, and that'll bring up the aforementioned Adam Leininger. Leininger doing the catching today for Post 2. And the first pitch will be just low. That'll be ball number 1. And the 1-0 pitch inside. Leininger has to get out of the way there, and that'll make it now 2-0. I believe they ruled that last play actually an error on the center fielder Lee. That'll be the third error of the game for Williston. That'll make it now 3-0, and my guy Chris is actually telling me, nope, it wasn't an error, it was a hit. So we'll keep it at the RBI double for Landon Meyer. Tough play out there in center field near the ivy. And the 3-0 pitch to Leininger right down Broadway for a strike, making it now 3-1. (3-1) inside, and Leininger will work a walk. That'll bring up third baseman Dylan Ehrholtz. Ehrholtz with a double and a ground out to third. Now Coach Sean Egge will make his way to the mound. I believe we're going to have a pitching change here for Williston. As Egge talks to his team here, and we will indeed have a pitching change. As they change pitchers, we'll take a break here. On the Essentia Health scoreboard, it's Williston 0, Post 2 11, and we'll be back after the pitching change here on Magnitude Sports.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game, and so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
we're back here in the bottom of the third. 2 outs here as Colin Klaus comes on to pitch here for Williston. His first batter he'll face will be the third baseman, Dylan Erholtz. Runners on first and second. It's Landon Meyer at second, Adam Leininger at first. Erholtz 1 for 2 on the day, 2 RBI double, and a ground out to third. Now he'll bat with 2 outs here in the bottom of inning number 3 against Colin Klaus. First pitch barely upstairs a little bit there, making the count now 1-0. Saw Klaus when he's warming up, motioning his glove like he was going to throw a knuckleball, so we'll see if he pulls that one out at all. That'll be a called strike in the outside corner, evening up at 1-1. One-two is a breaking ball, just barely misses high. I'll make the count 2-1 now. The post 2 third baseman, Dylan Erholtz. 2-1 pitch just barely outside. Now 3-1 to Erholtz. Erholtz, a guy I've seen play a lot of baseball in my day. Played with him from about the age of 10 to 16. He lives in Moorhead but goes to Shanley, so has that rare opportunity to kind of pick where he plays Legion ball, and that ball will be in the air. But and Combs will make the catch behind the dish. Now wrap things up in the third. And on the Essentia Health scoreboard, it's Williston 0, Post 211. And we'll be back here on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome you back now to Young Field. Riley Swenson with you here on Magnitude Sports. Post 2 leading 11-0 here, top half of inning number 4. It will be Hanson, Combs, and Lee due up 5, 6, 7 for Williston. The top half of the fourth, they got some work cut out for them as they trail by 11, and they need to score at least 2 if they want to extend this game past the 5th. Just want to finish up that Dylan Erholtz story before we went to break. Dylan played youth ball over in Moorhead with myself for a great number of years, and then played Junior Legion for the Moorhead Golds with me. And then when COVID hit, he decided he's going to take his talents over to Post 2, and I'd say it's worked out for him. The first pitch is a ball there, now swung on and missed. Sawyer Hanson, the designated hitter, finds himself now in a 1-1 count. One pitch, swung on and missed again, making it now 1-2. Wind picking up slightly out there, blowing decently heavy now out to right center field. And now 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Picked up by catcher Adam Leininger behind the dish, and so the top of the fourth will start off with a strikeout. And that'll bring in the catcher Chris Combs. Combs ended matters in the third, the nice catch over there by his own dugout behind the plate there. And now he will come to bat. He flew out to center, his first at bat back in the second inning. Breaking ball in there for strike number 1. Another breaking ball sent on the ground to third. That'll be picked up foul by Erholtz. And quickly now it's 0-2. As Combs will take the 90-foot trot back to home plate as he gets ready to battle here at 0-2. Game number 1 here of the North Dakota American Legion State Baseball Tournament here in West Fargo. And the 0-2 pitch to Combs will be popped over near the Williston dugout, and that will be out of play as Kalbrenner had a look at it. And it did end up making its way out of play. If you've never been to Young Field for a baseball game, I would encourage you to do so. This is a fantastic ballpark, one of my favorites in the area. Nice turf infield, got the ivy setting out there in left center, right on the river here. And the 0-2 pitch in there for strike number 3 as Combs goes down looking on a breaker from Harris. 2 outs now on the second strikeout of the inning. And that will bring up Derek Lee. First pitch to him was a breaker, and Harris lost the grip on that one, and Lee will be hit. He'll make his way down to first base. Lee has reached first both times now on a single and now hit by a pitch, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Hunter Mapes. Mapes struck out in his first at-bat, one of the 5 strikeouts for Elias Harris today. Harris again working from the stretch now, and that pitch will be high. Nice grab there by Leininger behind the dish. That'll make the count 1-0. That pitch just outside, making the count 2-0. No runs yet for Williston. They have had a base runner every inning, though, so they've been threatening at least. Just unable to scratch one across. That fastball right down the middle, moving the count to 2-1. Harris has done a nice job working out of jams today. Anytime Williston's got a runner on base, he's had the answer up there on the mound. We'll see if the Keybirds are able to get one across here and get on the board in the 4th. There is 2 outs, though. That 2-1 pitch high, making the count now 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch swung on and missed. That will make the count full at 3-2. Derek Lee will take off from first on the pitch, with there being a full count and 2 outs. And the pitch from Harris, that'll be sent in the air. Looks like it will be playable. Kalbrenner calls off Leininger, and he'll make the catch over in foul territory. A nice play there by Kalbrenner. That will wrap up matters here in the top half of inning number 4. And on the Essentia Health scoreboard, it's Williston 0, Post to 11, and we'll be back on Magnitude Sports. Welcome you back now to Young Field here on Magnitude Sports. Riley Swenson with you here as Will Bachman will lead off the bottom of the fourth for post two. Now be strike number one from Callan Klaus. He came in last inning to end out the third. He will stay on the mound here for the fourth. Bachman led off the third as he does here in the fourth. As post two sent 9 men to the plate last inning. 1-1 pitch, check swing. And we'll say he held up as that will be ball number 2 on the outside. Bachman 0 for 2 on the day. He popped out to the shortstop and reached on error last time on a short pop up into right center. That one now fouled away. Count now 2-2 to the DH for post 2. Two outside in the dirt, stopped there by Combs. That'll run the count now full. And the full count right back at Klaus. Little self-defense there. He'll make the play. Throw it on to first. Nice play there by the Keybird pitcher. And so a well-struck ball there from Bachman will result in an out. That'll be the first out here in the home half of the fourth. That'll bring up Charlie Kalbrenner. He's reached base twice, scored both times. He was hit by a pitch in the first and reached on a single in the third. So we'll see what Kalbrenner is able to do this time around. He fouls the first pitch off over near the Williston dugout. No balls and 1 strike. Kalbrenner bats. Aaron Breitbach waits on deck. Kalbrenner bats in the 7th spot in the order, and that one's sent out to right center. That's going to find the gap. That's going to get down for extra bases. That's going to be over the wall, actually. So the second ground rule double we've seen today as Kalbrenner makes his way into second on a well-struck ball into right center. That'll bring up the right fielder, Aaron Breitbach. He has also reached base both times and scored. He walked in the first and singled in the third. So the bottom third of the order for post 2 has produced today. And that's what you like to see if you're coach Luke Rusted. First pitch, a ball there to Breitbach, but that's a common theme among championship winning teams is it's not just the 1 through 5 guys or the heart of the order that gets hits for your team. It's 1 through 9, and that certainly can be said about this post 2 lineup. They're a tough team to go through when you make your way through this lineup, and there's no real breaks, if you will. The 1-0 pitch just barely outside, making it 2-0. That's a huge advantage for a team if the bottom of the order is able to still apply pressure. Sometimes as a pitcher, you're able just to kind of coast through the bottom half of the order there and get some easy outs, but not with this post 2 squad, at least not today. As the count is now 3-0 to Aaron Breitbach. The 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. Breitbach thought it might have been a ball as he started to toss that bat in towards his dugout. Umpire says, nope, you're staying right here. Count now 3-1. The 3-1 from Klaus to Breitbach, swung on and missed. And so now the count full at 3-2. Kalbrenner on second after his 1-out double. Jordan Leininger waits on deck. Breitbach taps one to third. Kalbrenner will make his way up to third. Throw on to first will be in time from Symbolic over to Finders. So that'll be the second out of the inning as Jordan Leininger steps in now, the post 2 center fielder. He's 1 for 1 on the day. He singled and scored in the first and had a sac fly and an RBI in the third. We'll see if he can pick up another RBI here, as Kalbrenner now makes his way up to third with 2 outs. First pitch in the dirt. So it'll be 1 ball, no strikes. Klaus trying to put up a 0 on the board. It was 7 runs in the first for post 2, none in the second. They went down 1-2-3, and they got back on the scoreboard with 4 in the third, and that brings us to our score of 11-0 here in game number 1 today. Following this game will be Dickinson and Mandan, the 4-5 matchup. On paper, supposed to be the closest game of the day, scheduled for a 1:30 first pitch. We invite you to come back and join us for that one. And the 1-1 pitch is in there. Count now 1-2. I believe that was a knuckleball. That one kind of floated in there towards the end. And now the 1-2, another knuckleball. That one just a bit too high there. I think Klaus wanted that one in there for a strike. He kind of bounced off the mound. The home plate umpire ruled it a ball high, and that'll even up the count at 2-2. Connor Holm waits on deck. He's been red hot. Klaus does not want to see him. And the 2-2 pitch again misses high, making the count now full at 3-2. The post 2 batters have done a very nice job today of swinging at the strikes and not swinging at the balls, which can be easier said than done. It seems pretty obvious, but not always an easy task. And that one, just as I talk about it, Leininger will watch a ball outside. And so we'll bring up the dangerous Connor Holm. A couple of sharp singles for him today and a walk in the leadoff spot for post 2, as he tries to get himself another RBI here. Runners on the corners, Leininger on first, Kalbrenner on third. That one sent into the air, should be playable in shallow right field, and Ewert will call off his second baseman and make the play. So no runs in the fourth. But Williston will have some work to do when we come back here in the fifth on the Essentia Health scoreboard. It's Williston 0, post 2 11.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Welcome back to Young Field here in West Fargo. Riley Swenson with you here on Magnitude Sports. Top half of the fifth. Post 2 leading over Williston 11-0. New pitcher for Post 2 on is Caden Cadera, a left-hander. Comes in relief of Harris. Harris did his job. 4 innings complete, 3 hits given up, no runs. So a solid day for the Post 2 pitcher, and Cadera will come on and try and wrap things up here in the fifth. 1-1 now, the count. It's Alex Ewert at the plate for Williston. The right fielder, he popped out to second in his first at-bat. The 1-1 just barely outside, making the count now 2-1. Williston needs at least 2 runs here in the fifth if they are to extend the game. Otherwise, Post 2 will win via the 10-run rule. That one will be sent into left field, and that's going to get down in front of home. So Ewert doing his part to try and extend this game for the Keybirds, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Alex Bloom. Bloom has struck out and then hit a ringing double into left center his last time up.
For Williston, the shortstop number 12, Alex Bloom.
So Ewert on first now. Cadera, first pitch into Bloom in there for a strike. Big breaking ball there from Cadera. As Cadera comes set, and the 0-1 is in there for another strike. Quickly now it's 0-2 to the Keybird shortstop. Cadera takes a look over at first. Ewert in safe. Nobody out here, top half, inning number 5. Alex Bloom at the plate. 0-2 pitch fought off there. And so Bloom will extend the at-bat by at least 1 more pitch. No runs on 4 hits for Williston. They have 3 errors in the game, though. That's been part of the problem for them. They face the 11-run deficit. Cadera fastball on the outside there. Bloom will watch it. Count now 1-2. 1-2 breaking ball sent out to center. And that will be out number 1 on the fly out to center there.
With 1 down, brings up the first baseman, number 5, Caden Finders.
Caden Finders will now step in for Williston. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts, 1 to center and 1 to left. And so he will now bat in the top half of the fifth. And that one hit on the ground to third. Airholtz will take the short one to third. Finders able to beat it out at first. It'll be a fielder's choice there for Finders. Now there's 2 outs here, and Williston is down to their last out in the ball game if they're unable to score here, as Grant Simblick will come to the plate. He got Williston on the board in the hit column in the first, and he'll try and see if he can maybe put one in the gap here and get him in the run column. As the Keybirds try to extend this game, first pitch from Cadera will miss for ball number 1. Simblick 1 for 2 on the day, a single into left and a fly out to left. And Cadera with the pickoff at first, catches Finders napping. And that will wrap things up here in the fifth, and that will be your final score. Post 2, the number 1 seed, takes care of business here in game number 1 today. They win by a score of 11-0. We'll take a quick break here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. It's Williston 0, Post 2 11. We'll be back with a post-game show after the short break.
Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking, Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit Doolittle'sRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
We welcome you back now on our post-game show. Post 2 takes care of business in game number 1 today. The number 1 seed from Fargo winning by a score of 11-0. As there we can see the bracket, so they will move on, and they will take on the winner of our next game between number 4 Dickinson and number 5 Mandan. Dickinson and Mandan set to start at 1:30 today. So we have a little bit of time before that next game, but Post 2 able to get on the board early. They scored 7 in the first, none in the second, but 4 in the third, and they looked every part of the number 1 seed today. They'll try and keep things going as they come back tomorrow. They have a long wait now, over 24 hours before their next game, and I'm sure that's exactly what head coach Luke Rusted wanted for Williston. They will drop down into the losers bracket now, and they'll have a long road ahead of them. They'll have to win quite a few games. I don't know the exact number, but they'll have to win quite a few in a row if they want to come back, but it's possible. It's baseball. Anything can happen. But like I said, we'll be back at about 1:30, probably a little bit before that. We'll start the pregame show for Dickinson and Mandan here from Young Field as we continue play in the North Dakota American Legion State Baseball Tournament. For Riley Swenson here on Magnitude Sports, that's going to wrap up this broadcast, and we'll see you back here at 1:30 for some more baseball. Thank you for watching.